Good morning, everyone. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and this is our Chakra Yoga Flow. I'm really happy to be here this morning, just on the planet and with you. So come on, let's get situated. You know what, this morning, if you have a candle or any incense that you'd like, let's bring them in with some intention. We're going to talk about balancing of energies a little bit before we get started. I'm going to hit a light a little bit here. So yeah, get a candle, incense, maybe something for an altar space for yourselves, and then we'll have a seat and make ourselves comfortable. There we go. All right. Come on in and say hello if you're here. I need to find a way if I can get a remote way of interacting with the laptop. That'd be nice. But I am going to recalibrate that and have some gratitude for all of the tools and access to what I have to be able to share and connect with you all and maintain connection, because that's important to me, and it's clearly important to you because you're here. All right, let's just do that a few times and have a nice cleansing, clearing breath. Just wanting to get into the grounded space and say hello once again. I am Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and this is our Chakra Yoga Flow on Sunday mornings. It is a near and dear space to my heart, my spirit, the way in which I share practice with community, the way in which I connect with community. This is an integrative practice if you're new, a practice where I integrate in some yoga postures, breath practices, some Qigong exercises, meditations and visualizations to connect in with our subtle energies in some systems called chakras. And chakras in the Hindu system, we have 7 that are said to align along our spinal column, grounding us and reaching upward, loving our little tree background here to help us with that visualization, that our energies that rise help us reach and aspire toward what we believe, and put all of our grounding energies to send us upward toward our faith space. And that's our journey in life, right? We're walking toward what we believe for ourselves and for others. I know that my energy has been feeling maybe a little bit all over the place. Perhaps that's due to the change of seasons, the changing tides in our culture right now with our current situation in terms of the pandemic. Life has changed a lot. And so I've been feeling a little all over the place, and grounded at the same time, if that makes any sense. So in creating a space to connect with our energies, I wanted to bring intention into it. In my practice, my spiritual practice, making a wise connection with our intention is a part of the practice. How I get there is just as important as all of the steps that I do to put into action, but the how and the intention. So go ahead and light, if you have a candle, an aromatherapy, something, and we're going to have a moment, maybe call it a visualization, a holding space for the state of various energies within us. So I'm just going to light some cedar here. I might light a candle a little bit later. And letting that lighting kind of shine throughout my space, letting the aroma shine throughout my space. And then I'll invite us to have a sitting space, a lying down space. Maybe with the candle still in our gaze, if you're using a candle, maybe having that aroma saturating through us. and arrive and settle the mind on what is a physical space in our physical body that we have not spent time with lately. Perhaps it's an area of the body you haven't touched, an area of the body that you haven't felt move. Let it be simple, and whatever comes to the mind, hold that in your mind. That physical body space that's craving attention. And let that light and let that aroma bring some loving tenderness to just that observation. Now, because my cedar did not continue to light, I'm going to light it again, but this time I think I'm going to light up an incense rope. And we'll bring our attention now. So maybe relight or take another gaze, another gander. And bring the mindfulness to a dream or aspiration that is missing us lately, missing your attention. Try not to let the mind wander into all of the things you could have done, should have done, whatever. Just feel it missing you, that dream. And just let some of the feeling of that inspiration, that aspiration seep through you. It's a part of you that hasn't had any of your loving kindness lately. And then maybe look at your candle again, maybe relight something. Come back to that intention. Infuse your space and your mind with that intention of wanting to be present. And feel a space in your voice. Words, song, expression that you haven't spent time with lately. I don't want to come forth with a lot of suggestions. I'd like it to be as organic as it can be. We tend to all kind of go with suggestions, and sometimes suggestions are helpful. But let this be your own, wherever you arrive, space in your voice that you haven't spent time with lately, that you haven't uttered lately, that's missing you. And right here and now, think of a word and just let that word come out. Joy. That wasn't meant as a suggestion. That's why I had a little lapse. And just feel that attention, giving it to our voice. Maybe think of someone and a name that you haven't spent time with lately, and just let that name come out of your voice. Denise. And just notice how it feels to have given voice, given action to a space that's been missing you lately. And let's engage one more time. Maybe light something new. And infuse yourself with that light, with that aroma. Connecting back with missing pieces, missing parts. With no shame, no blame, no guilt. Allowing for that integration And let's feel a space of forgiveness that we haven't spent time with, of kindness, that pure, unconditional love, and feel it missing you, missing your attention. Maybe feel something softening in you just at that suggestion. It's missing your last time that you've expressed sincerely an understanding, a forgiving word. Maybe it's a part in you that's missing, you directing that to yourself. Good. Now I'm just going to set the flame a little further away from me for safety purposes. It's a little candle. And let's go ahead and lengthen our legs out in front of us. And as you're breathing in and out, you breathe however you want to breathe. Just be aware of it. Cycle through. Feel that area of the body that was wanting your attention. And feel it right now, how you're connecting with it as we sit with our legs out in front of us. Feel that dream and your attention with it now, and its gratitude for you giving it that connection. Feel that voice, that word. Maybe say a word, a new word that you just want to reconnect with, verbalizing. Cactus. I don't know why, but it just was a nice little word. It kind of comes off my throat in a way. I haven't said it in a while. Feeling that freedom. Coming down into that love and kindness, that forgiveness space. And we'll start with a few shoulder rotations and feel that heart space, that chest, that upper chest region. Feel your intention and how you started moving. Did you carry your intention? Remember your aroma or your candle, that light. And start to just mean it as you're moving. Change direction. Coming into our bodies on purpose, with purpose. Coming into our spirit and our dreams on purpose, with purpose. And let's breathe in and allow some lift. And let that lift just represent some airy spaciousness. Saying, I just want to make space for that dream space back into me. My vocal space back into me. Feeling that piece of the body in me. And that forgiving, loving, kind me into me. And hinge forward. You can bend those knees. My knees would really love it here. And then let some touch come with the hands as we roll the spine up. Eyes open and feel the sensory space of your eyes, taking in the light spectrum, the color spectrum. Feel the front of your chest, the back of your chest. Are you making space, or are you already forcing an intention? Forcing the body somewhere it doesn't want to be. Soften the limbs. How do you embody kindness? How do you have that being represented right now in how you're in your body? And twisting to the right. How straight are your arms? Are you expressing kindness and forgiveness in the arms, the wrists, the elbows here? Your spine, your legs, and lift back up and twist. Let's feel the breath. How is the breath helping remind us that we're here to connect in with those parts of us that we haven't felt in a while, with kindness and love and forgiveness? And let's breathe in and lift and come forward and say, oh, here you are. Here are those bits and pieces, and here's how they want to be treated. And we'll roll the spine up. And let's bring the legs in a little bit closer and start this Nice vibrational stimulation, feeling the flesh, the skin, the bones. What is this awakening coming into mind as we feel our body parts kind of jiggling about, pointing and flexing, feeling spaciousness that we're inviting down into our feet, our legs. Send that kind, forgiving thought down to our legs, thanking them for what they've carried us through. What these feet have carried us through, our legs, our ankles, ankle rotations. Freely letting go of what's already past, making space for new ways of moving in our journey, breathing in and lift. Exhale, coming forward. If you'd like here, an om or a word. Vocalizing, verbalizing from within, rolling the spine up. I'll bring that right foot down. I'm going to bring the left arm around that right knee, right hand, maybe to a block behind you if you need a little additional support. Breath in, lift the chest, exhale, revolve. Feel the body area that you said, that spoke to you. And how are you giving it some attention right here? How is it being touched? How is it being invigorated? How is it being soothed? Breath in. Exhale, release, lengthen that leg out and bring that left leg in. Feel the transition, feel your intention. Breath in, smell the aroma that you lit in your room and twist. May it help guide you back to staying in your intention with the subtle spaces, subtle physical spaces, subtle emotional spaces. And release, lengthen those legs out. Breath in, lifting and rooting and twist. Now bring to mind that dream, that aspiration, and feel your body energetically applying toward that dream. Feel your breath energetically helping guide the body and the spirit toward that dream. Let that dream in. Let it infuse throughout your whole being. Make room for it here. Breath in and lift. And revolve. This side, how is this side helping facilitate making room for that dream, that vision? Our visions and our dreams need time and attention. They need some dedication. They need some action. They need some forgiveness and some love. Let that love wrap around it. Breath in and lift. Exhale, hinge forward. All right, a vocalization. Let's open the throat, protrude the tongue. Maybe turn the neck. Feel the vessel for our voice. Either an om or a new word for expression. Peace. And roll the spine up. Good. Palms behind us. Feet down. Feel your feet. Feel your palms. Bring the dreams down into your root. Bring the dreams and the love down into your foundation. And when you're ready, let's press down and lift and feel if the middle of us can make space for all of that to travel through. Our voice, our dream, our love, and the body part. Are you feeling your physicality here? Make space, make it flow through easily, shift left and right. How do we carry our dreams when things are shifting? How do we carry our voice when things are shifting? An om or a word. Deep breath. And lower the hips down, lengthen the legs, and gently guide the back down. Eyes open, soften and release. Smell your aroma. Be with the still parts in you. Feel stillness touching your dream, touching your kindness. Feel your body part embracing that stillness. The stillness with attention in your voice. Let's lengthen the arms overhead, big long stretch if you like. Feel the space that you're creating in your whole physical vessel for all of that, for that love, for that vision, for your voice. Walking the heels and the legs over to the right, upper body over to the right. And let the space gradually ease in on that left side of the body. Eyelids relaxed. Jaw relaxed, allowing, giving all of these spaces permission to be and ooze and expand. Slowly, mindfully, making your way over to the other side. Upper body over to the other side. Bending and flowing with whatever is coming, whatever is bubbling up in your dream space here. Letting the dream space seep down into the hips. Letting our kindness seep throughout our entire being. None of it restricted to certain places and times. Now is the time. And bringing the body back to center, lengthening the arms overhead. Big breath. Exhale, drawing the knees into the chest, forehead to the knees, coming within. Inhale, lengthen, expand, make space. Exhale, draw all of that into you. What are you drawing into you? What are you needing? Inhale, trusting to reach and lengthen into your dream, into your faith and love. Exhale, bringing it in, wanting to feel it. Bring it within yourself. You deserve it. And inhale. And exhale. Laying the head down, rocking the body. Feel this cradling. Scan your entire spine. Feel the earth, your mat, the floor holding you, supporting you. Feel the container of the room and the home that you're in, the space that you're in. Rock in this security. You are sheltered. You are held. And within that, is there another space for security, for that vision to seep through? That it's safe to just saturate in it, to embody it. Is it safe and secure for your voice? Is it safe to be kind? Arms open wide, shape of a T, letting those knees drop to the left, up and over to the right, and finding just your own rhythm. If there are pauses, there are pauses. Check in. What is your rhythm? What can you sustain? This is not a practice or a space for should or supposed to. We're noticing what's there, what wants to be expressed at any point in time. If there is a word, an emotion that is begging to be uttered, let that utterance come out. Feel your breath. Notice sensations starting to be stimulated, maybe some heat, maybe some physical exertion. Notice your organs and your spine, all of the physical parts of you. Occupy this body with your awareness, with your spirit. Feel whatever needs to be expressed and make space for that expression. Good. Back to center, legs up toward the ceiling, and trace a circle on the ceiling with your heel. Feeling that inner sun, that globe of glowing energy, your inner fire, making this engine go. Send your dream space down into that engine. Let your engine fuel your dreams here, not your straining. Keep grounding the low back into the earth. What is your engine's pace? Are we okay with feeling the work that it takes to connect into our dream space, into our voice space? Are we willing to put in that energy for ourselves or for others? Good. Come to a still point. Deep breath. Sigh it out. Lengthen the left leg down out in front of us. Bring the hands behind the right leg, traveling those hands up that right leg, and gently encourage that right leg to you. Travel your awareness up and down the back of that leg, on a skin level, on a flesh level, on a bone level. What is it saying? How are you responding? Is it asking for that love and kindness space? Do we know how to connect to that space that we haven't spent time with? Can you give a little permission of worthiness for kindness in how we are treating ourselves right here? And feel the leg, the hip respond. Feel the breath respond. Slowly, gently release that leg down and lift the other leg up. No rush. Maybe send some caressing tenderness to that left leg before starting to put some energy, some intention into lengthening it toward your chest. What is this side? Feel the top of your head all the way through your chest down to that left hip, that whole left side. Look at the color spectrum that it's sending you. Maybe hear the volume of a sound, of a note, of a resonation that you're hearing. What is the love that it is needing or the love that it's sharing? Gently releasing that leg, walking both feet in, preparing the body for a bridge pose. Feel the feet. Don't be in a hurry. Notice where the mind went when you heard the words. Can you stay right here in your intention of being with your spaces that have needed your attention? And then when you're ready, feet a few inches apart, knees a few inches apart. Perhaps if it is in your practice, but we're still early in movement, if you're wanting to find full wheel, but again, I wouldn't encourage it for the beginning of this practice, but you know your body and your spirit. Press down and lift the hips. What's rising in you? What are the words? What are the emotions? What are the dreams? What is this doing in your aspiration space? What is this doing to the physical body space that needed your attention here? How do you need to respond? Breathe. Root down through the left leg and lift the right. Even just absorb how you responded to that suggestion. You're going to hold this as long as you want. Maybe you didn't do it at all. What is going on? What is the conversation? Send some love. Where is your dream? Where is your voice? Bring that leg down. Feel your bridge or your wheel. Feel your breath. And lift the other leg if you're so inclined. What is this side saying? What needs to be vocalized? Are we in a love space? Are you committing your energy to a love, or is it converted to strain? Breathe. Bringing that leg down. Lifting in your bridge. Feel the space in between the shoulder blades, the back of the heart in contact with the earth. And let's reach the arms overhead unless you're in that wheel, because that wouldn't be wise. And lower the arms down. And we'll bring movement into the shoulder area, the heart area, as we stand on the pillars of strength in our legs. And we feel that fluidity in our hips. Sending that dream and that aspiration into our bodies, all the way down, sending our voice and our words and our vocalization all the way down. Om. Up and down. And lower the hips down. Bottoms of the feet together. Good. One hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. And we'll do a bandha here. So we'll do a sphincter squeeze or the mula bandha, a Kegel action. Feel the muscles in that area, those genitalia areas, engaging. Notice when they release and just softly, gently re-engage. Notice your breath. Notice your heart space. Are you being kind, understanding? How is this space making you feel? How is it helping you connect to that physical body area? What is its expression? How is your verbal expression making its way down into this flexing and clenching in our bandhas, our energy lock at our root? Relax the bandha. Relax the arm. Where's your mind? What are you observing in your stillness? What are you feeling in your stillness? Not thinking. We'll bring the inner thighs together, rolling over to one side, gradually making our way to child's pose, coming to hands and knees. Maybe knees wide, sinking back towards your hips. I'm gonna move my glasses on. Come into your physical shell and feel gravity. Feel the weight of your flesh. Maybe feel that space in between the eyebrows in contact with the mat, stimulating our inner vision. That way that you see the world, that dream that you invite to yourself, or maybe you feel that your spirit space has been inviting you toward in your life, that we're spending time with here today, that we're inviting to occupy our skin, our flesh, our organs, our breath, moving through that space in a sensual manner. And we'll lengthen the arms out in front of us. Breathing in as we come forward to hands and knees, tucking the toes, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. Now your knees can be soft. You can be doing these on the forearms if you would appreciate that better. What areas of the body are starting to speak to you? What are they saying on a level of emotional energy, color spectrum energy, sound energy? Protrude the tongue, exhale out the mouth. Breathe in, tilt the tailbone up. Exhale, left knee down, step the right foot up. Inhale as we lift the chest up, sinking in the hips. Exhaling, bringing the hands down, stepping the left foot up, rolling the spine up, standing on these feet and these legs the first time, reaching upward toward our dream, toward our belief. Exhale, forward fold. Knees can be soft. You don't have to be really rigid in your body. Step the right leg back, bring that knee down. Inhale it up, take your time. Find stability. You're pacing. Hands down. What is the rhythm and pace of your body today? And lower it down. What is the rhythm and pace of your spirit today? Lifting the chest. Can you relax your low back and let movement into that space? Exhale, child's pose. An Om or your word. Breathe in, coming forward, tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Feel the arms, the shoulders, the hips connect in with that body area that needed your attention. Breath in, right knee down, stepping the left foot up. Maybe lengthen that stride. Inhale, new space, new feelings. What wants to come in? Send that kindness. Permeate the body with that kindness. Step that right foot up, rolling the spine up. Breathing in, maybe a little back bend. What do we believe as far as the range of movement of that energy line? Forward fold. If you wish, close the eyes. Step that left leg back. knee down. See about coming through this sequence, eyes closed. Inhale, lift. Bringing in that vision, that dream, that kindness, that voice. Step that right leg back when you're ready. Feel your way, lowering down through your plank, lowering yourself into the earth. Feel the proximity with the floor to your breath. Inhale, lift the heart gently because we want to treat it with kindness, but we send all of our faith down that it can move. Exhale, child's pose. Ha. Your word or your sound. Ha. Breathe in as we come forward. Tuck the toes, lift the hips down, dog. Looking forward, left knee down, step the right foot up and lift and hold. Breathe, sinking down in the hips, offering the heart up. Use the body, dedicate the body into the direction of your dream. Let it be an expression of that reaching. Maybe the eyes are open or closed, but feel the energy in your eyes. Is it laser sharp and harsh? Is it soft and subtle? Is it disbelieving and turned off its light? Use your breath. Hands down. Step the left foot up. And roll the spine up to standing. Hands behind the back, find an interlace, opening up the collarbone, sending the arms down as you send the hips forward, chest up. Breath. Let your breath lift your chest like healing. Letting your breath reminding you to send energy up toward your aspiration. Feel aspiration as an energy unto itself that's sustaining us. And forward. Just feeling aspiration, not with a goal, just aspiration unto itself. Not the thing, not the toy, right? Not the car, not the money. Just feeling aspiration. Can you feel belief and faith in the top of your head right here? Not what we're believing in, just feeling the energy of faith, of trust. Expand the belly. Permeate the whole body with that feeling of trust. Where are we letting it in? Where is it not fitting in at all? Release the arms when you're ready. Step the right leg back, right knee down, maybe finding a little bit more space. Maybe we're coming up, eyes open or closed. What are we connecting with? Eyes closed, and movement really helps me connect in with moving with kindness, a little bit more gently. Rib cage open and facilitating that breath. And in the quietude, starting to notice what really is here. What is present in this stillness, in this quiet. There's a little bit of patience in this quiet. There's a little bit of softness in this quiet. There's a little yearning in the intensity in my hips, allowing me to sink it down. Hands down. Step the left knee back. Forearms down. chin over thumbs. You can stay here or step the legs back, forearm plank, extended legs or forearm plank on the knees. Breathe. Do we abandon our dreams when we feel the heat? When we feel the working? How do we transform this energy to activate and motivate, to conjure the strength, to continue to move toward our dreams with kindness? Lifting the hips, dropping the head down, walk the feet in. This is dolphin. Different shape. Do we lose belief? Do we lose faith when we have to feel a different shape? Breathe. What happens? How secure do we need to feel? Do you need to bring the knees down? We can accept this shape and still have the knees down and say, I need that much more security. And yes, I can stay in that loving, kind space. I can stay in that believing dream space. I won't abandon my dream. One more time, dolphin, if you're ready. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips up. Maybe say your word or an om, vocalize and verbalize. Feel the part in you that has been needing to be heard. Give it voice. A name, a person, a word. Knees down, child's pose. Maybe turn your head to one side, sink heavy. Scan the entire body, scan the part of the body that had wanted your attention. How have you been giving it some attention today? How is it responding from the stimulation so far? We'll lengthen the arms out in front of us. Coming forward to hands and knees, tuck the toes, lift the hips down, dog. Shake the head, yes or no. Good, lightly bend the knees, walk your hands back to your feet, feeling yourself, trusting that you can travel on different kinds of limbs, different kinds of structure, and walk the way forward. What happens to our breath? What happens to our faith, our belief, our vision, and walking our way back? Feel the body part that needed your attention and walk your way forward. Maybe you can travel further forward a little longer. Maybe you want to do this with your eyes closed. Bringing the gaze within, and we'll travel it backward one more time. Rolling the spine upward to standing. We'll find mountain at the back of the mat, and if the eyes are not already closed, go ahead and close them. How much energy are you using to hold the arms? How much energy are you using in your neck and your chest? How are you holding your own hips and your thighs and your knees right now? With eyes closed, we're going to take a meditative walk to the front of the mat, feeling your pace, feeling how you leave the earth and arrive on the earth with each step. Observing the breath, observing your kindness. Take these walks, these steps, with a gaze inward, with so much trust, so much respect, kindness, trusting and allowing for your own pace. Will you go off the edge of your mat? Will you step outside of the lines and trust that it's okay, that there's still ground there? And we'll step the journey backward. What gets triggered in our belief, in how we move, in our irritation or our kindness? What is the voice that wants to come out of you? If there's a laugh, if there's a giggle, will you let it out? Will you let your face smile? Connecting to our energy is also playful, serious, can have joy. Good. At the back of the mat, breathe in and reach. And forward fold. We'll walk our way forward to plank, eyes open or closed. In your plank, step the right foot up toward your hands. Left hand down and twist. Breathe. What is in the process of changing right now in the left leg? The calf, the knee, the heel, the toes. Are you in them? Can you feel them? What are you sending them and sharing with them in your vision? Your loving kindness? What about the body part? Do you need to modify something? Both hands down. Step the right leg back to plank. Step the left leg up. Feeling that side. Feel everything going on in the hips. Notice your mind. Smell the aroma in your room. Maybe take a glance at your candle. Remember your intention. How you want to treat yourself. On the inside, let go of that outside perception. And we'll start to revolve when we're ready. And be here and feel what's going on in between the bones and the wrists. What's going on inside of our organs. How are they receiving and sharing this energy, this movement? What's in the state of change right now? How is your loving kindness, your forgiveness helping? What needs to be vocalized, verbalized? Left hand down. We're going to step the right foot up. You might need to take a few steps. And round the spine up. And let's let the body twirl. Feel the feet, feel the knees. Where does the spiral begin? Where does the anchoring begin? As you scan upward, what areas are more open to twisting? What areas less? So if you had a Twizzler and your body was that Twizzler, are there kinks in the twizzle? How free is the movement in the neck? Can we trust those arms aren't going to fly off and we just let them go, strike and stimulate? Can we twirl as a reflection of our kindness? Can we twirl our aspiration? And then we'll stop the movement and just let the arms naturally come to a halt. Feel the tingles in the fingers, the wrists, wherever you may be feeling some stimulation. All right, I'm going to turn and just face the front of my mat. I came to face the camera there. We'll breathe in and lengthen upward. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the floor or a block, leaning the chest forward. Breathe in, lift the right leg. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, reach, hold. Maybe one hand to your heart. Maybe two hands to your heart. Maybe both arms lengthening forward. I've got a wall here that's always convenient. Breath. How are we embodying our dream right now? Hands down, the foot down, come down to the toes, sitting up tall in the squat. Knees open wide, upper body falls, Malasana, feel your hips bowing down. What is it all for? What are we connecting with? And we'll roll the spine up. Breath in, reach, aspire. Forward fold, coming into the earth. Know it, feel it. What needs to be vocalized? Unsure. It's a word. It's reflecting how I felt lately. Unsure. And just feeling ourselves letting words come out. Half flat back, hands to the floor or the block, left leg lifts. Feel your body, your spirit, energized, connecting. Giving itself permission to feel. Maybe one hand to the heart, maybe both. Maybe arms behind, maybe arms forward. All right, yep, I forgot the pulsing. We'll do that in a moment. Breath. Conduct. Dream. Voice. Laugh. Right? Maybe the word that's coming out is, oh shit. It's okay. Or I can, or I want, or we can, or I believe. Hands down and pull the knee in. Whoa, feel your body part. Give it your attention right here. Whatever it needs from you. Do it, change it, feel it. Breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, knee in. Inhale. Make space. Believe you can make some more space for your stride, for your steps, for your foundation. And knee into the chest, drawing it into you. Soak up all of that power, that empowerment, and we'll bring that left foot down, coming down to the toes, sitting up tall. Maybe your hands are on the knees, Maybe your hands are on the floor. Think about the amount of surface that's supporting you right now, your base. How amazing that the small surface of our toes and our ball joints and the rest of us is giving us that sturdiness for such a small surface. Send it some gratitude. Send that faith and that belief and that kindness. Woo, all the way down there. What's the word space? That you need. Maybe it's just awesome. Or maybe you got shin splint, who knows? Knees wide and taking it forward. Listen to your body. And we'll lift the chest up. Just lower the butt down to the floor. We'll find the right foot, thread the fingers in between the toes, and make space in this small area. Just now, it was just our base. And we're going to make some space. Feel the release of energy in there. All right, maybe an om, maybe whatever is the word that has been needing to be vocalized by your spirit. Pointing and flexing. Feel the conversation coming out of this foot. And actually, my foot's giving me a little yum. And then ankle rotations. We'll release the fingers and then massage whatever areas of this foot are asking for some attention, or that you just have never really spent much time in. One small area of the foot. You just kind of say, hey you. I don't know when's the last time I just spent time touching you, feeling you, massaging you. And then up into the ankles, back behind the Achilles tendon, sometimes giving that a nice squeeze and pull. Just awakens our awareness. Massage up the back of the calf. Feel the stimulation, feel the nerve bundles waking up, and then we'll really wake up that foot. Nice. And then we'll switch legs, threading the fingers gently. Sometimes it's not so gentle. You have pudgier toes on this side. Or pudgier fingers. Never thought about it that way. All right. Ooh, feel this ground. We're loosening the soil. And then flex. And point. Maybe a vocalization. That vocalization can also be a mantra. What is a mantra in your life, right? It doesn't have to always be like an Om Mani Padme Hum. I mean, I love that mantra, but it could be a simple one. So hum, I am. It could just be a word, an affirmation for yourself. It could be a prayer from whatever is your spiritual practice. Bringing that embodiment, that repetition is called a bija, seed, where we get to plant that seed. And then ankle rotations. Bringing what's from the spirit through the mind into the body. Right? We are what we think, or we are, what we feel. And it reverberates on this physical level. And in our practice today, this integrative practice connects us into feeling the subtle energies, right? This feeling level, the sensory level, the thought and visualization level. And then I'm going to release those fingers and give some love into these knuckles. my toe pads or paw pads. Feeling a section in my foot that I've been having it's almost like a little nerve that I roll over when I'm in a certain kind of shoe. So that definitely needed some attention. I should have had that as a list. But for me, my low back was my area that was talking to me because of overdoing some things over the last few days. And so it's like, oops, my bad. So I gave it some of that kindness. And then let's wake that up. Maybe you were repeating your mantra while we did that, feeling the embedding of that intention into the areas that we're stimulating. Right? Bottoms of the feet together, knees falling open. We'll tilt the chin down and round the spine. Then tilt the tailbone back, thrusting the chest forward. And then see about stretching the throat. Feel that entire throat area. Notice any colors, any sensations coming to mind. Notes, musical notes, sounds, tone. And come back to neutral and forward. Breathe in the nose. Breathe out the mouth. And we'll lift the spine back. Find a comfortable way of sitting. For me, that's going to be a half lotus. You could sit crisscross applesauce. You could sit sukhasana, maybe shin in front of shin. You might, if you prefer, if your hips are tired from sitting on the floor, you could sit on a block or a raised pillow. Okay. All right. And let's work the spine side to side. Where does energy want to move? How does it want to move in the body? Are there ways and directions that it doesn't want to move? You feel that resistance, or you feel that fluidity, that yearning, like, oh yeah. What's going on? What fits? Good, and then we'll round back and come to one side. Round, scoop the tailbone over, come to the other side. And we'll just do these little semicircles. Breathing. How fluid is the whole spine and rib cage. Feel the sitting bones. Feel your heart space, that middle of the chest, the upper regions of the chest. Is it open? Is it freely moving? Is it freely allowing this expression? How does your body want to make this expression? This is its own verbalization. And are we okay with how it wants to verbalize? Remember, this isn't a space for should or supposed to. Good, and now we'll start to come all the way around. And then when you're coming back, round the spine, scoop the tailbone under, curve the spine back. We'll come to the side, thrust the chest forward, leaning as far forward as the body will allow, and then round it back. Remember that your neck is a part of the spine. And we'll start to make our way around in a circle. And then stop thinking. Once the body kind of knows, oh, this is the movement that we're doing, stop thinking and let its own natural pacing come into play. Let it be its own verbalization, vocalization of where it is. Let it speak the words that we haven't let it say in a while. And we're just going to listen to its rhythm and feel it flow. Feel our kundalini rise. Left side, right side of the spine, left side, right side of the rib cage, left side, right side of the neck, both ears, both eyes, both hip bones. Front of us, back of us. Can you feel air flowing over the body? Sometimes it's a big whoosh. Maybe it feels like a whisper. Now eventually slow your pace until you can get ready to start to find the other direction. And we'll get acclimated again on this direction, working on rounding the spine when we're back, feeling sideways movement, chest forward, and then just doing that check-in. Maybe check in right now on that part of the body that we've been giving some attention to. Feel it receiving this. Saying, oh, I'm special today. Oh, thank you. Right? It could be the center of your right palm, whatever it is. Feel it and feel it receiving this movement. Make sure that we're listening. And then once you feel like you have that movement, you'll find your rhythm and your pace on this side. You're not driving this car. Let your body, your spirit, your dream space take over. Even just mentioning that, what did that do to your perspective? Did it change? Was the energy really heavy down at the hips, and then all of a sudden is it brighter, bringing some more attention upward, bringing that energy upward? Feel your left side, your right side. Notice any swimmy, swoony feeling. Lighter, brighter, maybe. I'm not trying to suggest any should space. Relax the abdomen. Can you let the breath in? Are you trying to control this energy? Are you letting it swirl? Are you okay with going with the swirl and the twirl? Not in control. We're just in it. This is its expression, and just love it. This is our expression of love right here, of kindness right here, in the folding of the shoulders, in the fluidity of the flesh, in the movement of the spine, in the rising of the upper body up toward the heavens. And eventually starting to slow it down and notice any swimmy feeling. Just kind of let that inner metronome just start to slow on its own. And we'll end with the upper body forward, no rush. Spread the fingers and then make a fist. Spread the fingers, make a fist. Do that as much as you like. Feel your breath. And we'll roll the spine back upright. If you would like to have your back up against the wall for support, I think I'm going to take my own suggestion in that regard. Letting the spine get some support, feeling the upward lift, and my own neck doesn't have to do all of that work. Feeling the body area that we selected that was going to have our attention. Maybe letting your gaze settle on your candle, settle back into your aroma if you need to relight something. Coming back to your intention to hold space on purpose with you. Your dream that we haven't spent as much time with lately, but we have in this practice. The voice and utterance that has been needing that space to be expressed. The space of forgiveness and kindness in us, for us, for others. Feel how it feels to have touched and had expression and energy stimulation of all of those spaces. We'll do Analom Viloma, right thumb closing the right nostril, breathing in up the left nostril. Close the left nostril and breathe down the right. Breathing up the right, no rush. Close the right, breathing down the left. Continue in this manner, breathing through your dreams, inviting it in with those inhales, breathing out all of that void, all of that root, belief and kindness, permeating with breath. The left channels of us, the right channels of us. Be done when you feel naturally done. And be present with the sensation of breath coming through both channels, both sides of the nostrils. Eyelids lightly open and heavy. See your breath stimulating your insight. Feel your breath carrying your kindness. Through the fingertips, through the shoulders, through the rib cage, permeating the organs. Let the flesh of the thighs and the calves and the toes, let this breath carry all of the dream, voice, love, and strength. Feel the body receive it. Feel your spirit intend it. Hands to the heart center at the Anjali Mudra. And feel this representation of gathering into your palms your intention and holding it close to your heart. Feel your breath permeating through it, carrying your intention on your words and each living breath. That is what we share with ourselves, embodying it and modeling it first. And that is what ends up being shared, what we are embodying and modeling inside of ourselves. It becomes its own truth because it is true for how we carry our energy, ourselves. All the love and light in me recognizes and is deeply appreciative for all of the love and light in you that is shining forth from you, that you willingly share and give. Keep shining. Namaste. Thank you all so very much for joining. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga. This has been our Chakra Yoga Flow on Sunday morning, November 15th. Wow. Hold that space for yourself of the dream spaces, third eye space that we haven't spent time with. How will we stay connected? Like verbalizing that voice space that we haven't spent a lot of time, that we've neglected or we've tried to diminish a little bit and set aside. It's screaming to come out. How will we stay connected? Kindness, universal love, and compassion. How will we stay connected? Even when we notice that we slipped up. And the body area that is asking for your attention. How will you stay connected to giving it its attention? Integrating, carrying that with us. That's balance. Namaste. Take good care, everyone.